Hello again. Welcome back to Deck Specs. And this time, we'll be going over my fairy deck. To start, my usual staple for a fairy deck, 3 copies of Arklord Christia. Once she hits the field, special summons are Kaputski. And for a deck that runs around special summons, that could be quite a problem. Next, my Time Lord engine. So yeah, I run a couple of different engines in this deck. Time Lord and Melodious. First, the Time Lord engine. I've got Mykian, who, when attacked, will shuffle every other monster on the field back into the opponent's deck. By the way, these guys can't be destroyed by battle, and I take no damage from battles involving them. Mykian here cuts my opponent's life points in half. And Rathian, he has a Flame Wingman effect. Sandian will damage my opponent for 2,000 strike my opponent with 2,000 damage. The most unique out of the bunch is Cephalon, the ultimate Time Lord. Unlike the others, he can only be summoned if I have 10 or more monsters in the graveyard, which isn't a problem for this deck, as my monsters do get destroyed pretty often. And when he hits the field, once a turn, I can bring back one of my mighty Time Lords with 4,000 attack and no effects. I mean, I know Andeon already fits the bill, but I do have a lot of 0 attack Time Lords in this deck. Now for my Melodious engine. Mozarta. If I summon her with Valhalla, then summon Christia directly after. I'll have 2 high-powered Beat 6 on board. So Venus, my Farrier's Recovery card. Aria here is mainly an archetype-specific card, but I run it just because. So now I'll boost my fairies by 500 attack. As long as he's on the field and with special summon there. Ellie is another of those attack boosters. I run 3 of her. Next, I have Theus, Goddess of Light. Athena, for that good old burn damage. Well, Theus is actually my draw booster. Guardian Angel for some recovery power. Alright, go with that recovery power. Victoria, because I go up against any dragon decks. And yes, she is a fairy type. With a decent attack body. 1,800 attack is not something to take lightly. I run the 2 copies of Honest. Most fairies in this deck are light attributes, so it works. I used to run Dark Lord Desires. I might put him back in. I don't run 1 but 2 copies of Hecatrix. Mainly to fish out Valhalla if I don't have it in hand. I run 3 copies of Mudora. He gains 200 attack for every fairy type in my grave. Thinking I'm a real force to be reckoned with. And yeah, they all came out of battle pack. 2 are shadow foil and 1's rare. So yeah, I might get a 3rd shadow foil soon if I can find out enough battle packs. Which battle pack was it? Oh, battle pack 3. I run 3 Shining Angel. Self-explanatory. He's a fairy, he's light attribute, so I run him. You were probably expecting this. Just like in the Exodia deck, I run 3 Marshmallow in here. But unlike the Exodia deck, I run Marshmallow in Glasses. So my opponent will be... So if I got this thing in play and a Marshmallow, he'll practically be stuck attacking it. And yes, I tend to set my Marshmallows face down, so try and expect the unexpected. I run 3 Valhalla, Hollow of the Fallen. Lets me special a fairy if I have nothing on board. Monster-wise. I got 2 copies of the Sanctuary in the Sky. Literally neutralizes damage dealt to me if I have a fairy in play. Or engaging battle with fairy, I can recover life points with out into the sky by banishing a light monster that was destroyed. And yeah, the obligatory copy of Mirror Force. I do run that in quite a bunch of decks. On to the extra deck. Let's start with Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. I know I only run 2, so I can get to him easily from cards like Constellar Palladium 7. And to get to him, that's where Constellar Pallades comes into play. And I run a lot of rank 5s here. Like Super Quantum Mech Beast Magna Legion. Number 61, Volcasaurus, which I run 2 of. Number 19, Freezodon, another card I run 2 of. I also have a level 4 fairy. Since Dragon Zero was a fairy type, she fit in perfectly. Also, I threw in Gemnite Pearl to round out the extra deck. He's got a decent 2600 body. So yeah, he works. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. The sample hand. To see how good a turn 1 play I can make with this deck. For this, I'll be picking Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. Sanctuary... Yeah, Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. Sanctuary of the Sky. You know it, Christia. Marshmallow. And finally, for the extra monster power, Mozarta. Oh, and instead of Valhalla, let's have Hecatrix in the hand. Yeah, this is another one of my monster pack decks with very little spell and traps. So, here's how the play would go. Activate Sanctuary in the Sky, discard Hecatrix for its effect to search a Valhalla. Yeah, literally every spell card is either continuous or heal spell in this deck. Activate Valhalla. Use it to special Mozarta. Use her to special Christia. And then set the Marshmallow. I know it's not that decent of a field, but hey, I get two huge beat sticks and a hidden surprise for my opponent. Plus, I lock them out of special summons. You know what that means, don't you? You can't special summon from the deck and or graveyard. Synchro summons are stopped. Xyz summons are out of here. Link summons are down for the count. Not even Pendulum summons will be useful. And the Kaiju still counts as a tribute, as a special summon. Well, I guess you could tribute off the field, but if Christia leaves the field, she'll end up just coming back to the top of my deck. Christia's a fairy that just keeps coming and coming and coming. Nigh unstoppable. Anywho, that'll be it for this episode of Deck Specs. Catch you next time.